Today we're going to talk about actually two different types of missions. There's both one called Missing Person, but also Caterpillar's Missing Crew. These are both missions that's going to send you to a crashed Caterpillar to search for either an entire crew or for a specific crew member, depending on the variety of the mission that you get. How to complete it, what you need to do, let's talk about that. Today's video is brought to you by GameGlass. With GameGlass you can take control of your ship using a tablet or a phone. You can try out some of the free pre-made shards, or you can also make your own custom shards and share them with the community through the built-in marketplace. So gone are the days where you have no more rooms for all your key bindings. On top of that, GameGlass also supports other games like Elite Dangerous, so follow the link in the video description and try GameGlass for free. Use the offer code DTEA to get 5% off any purchase. So, you picked up one of the mission varieties that we talked about. Read the mission text. If it says it's going to send you to a crashed Caterpillar, then you know that you are on the right type of mission here. The first thing you do is you're going to pick up Call to Arms. There can be pirates here, so do bring Call to Arms. This is going to give you some extra credits, and it's basically free money. In terms of your personal loadout, bring a weapon, a gun, with some spare amount of ammo. Again, we could be dealing with on-foot pirates here, so a personal weapon is a very good thing that you should bring. Other things you should bring is a backpack, because again, there could be loot around and we might want to bring some of it back. You should also bring a multi-tool with a tracked beam attachment. There are some boxes and things we can move around the Caterpillar site here, and you might want to bring a tracked beam to move those around, as it makes it a lot easier for you. Other than that, just pay attention to what planet or moon that your mission is being sent to, as sometimes they can be quite cold. I found that in multiple occasions, and having an undersuit that can survive in those environments is going to be crucial if you don't want to freeze to death. In terms of ship selection, bring something with a little bit of firepower. Don't bring a dedicated fighter, but bring something that has some guns, but also something with a little bit of internal compartments, internal cargo space, because, as I said, there is some nice loot around that you want to be able to pick up. So something like a Pisces is good. I've been doing it in that. You can do it in an Adventure Titan. You can do it in a Cutlass Black is a very good choice for this. So, fly towards the mission marker, and once you arrive, be careful and look out for pirates in spaceships that could be hovering above the area. Do be careful with the ground, especially if you're fighting them at night where it can be difficult to see. You can use your ping to go and get a feeling for where the ground is so you don't accidentally crash into it. Once you dealt with the pirates, I recommend you fly down to the site and just hover around it and take a quick look, get a good feeling for the layout here, because it can be difficult to find your way around when you are on the surface and you are running around on foot. So getting a good layout of the crash site before you go down is really, really crucial. It also allows you to look out for would-be pirates on the surface that might be hiding amongst the wrecked pieces. Set your ship down in close proximity to the wreck, and I recommend you point your ship towards the wreck site with your headlamps on. I only do this if I'm at night, but even if you're not at night, it's still good practice, simply because depending on the moon, on the planet you're on, the sun might set as you're running around and looking through these sites. Again, we're going to be spending some time here. So by putting your ship facing the wreck site, mean that if the sun should set, or if it's already down, you can use the headlamps on your ship to kind of flood the area in a bit of light. This is going to help you navigate around the site. So now we're ready to begin the search. Now, there are different layouts of the Caterpillar, different ways that the wreckage pieces can be scattered. Often it will be broken into 4 major sections, which are the main part of the hull that will be broken into 4 sections, and you will often see that the cockpit itself, like the little side pod where you're actually flying the ship from, has been dislodged and is located somewhere out to the side. So now you just go from section to section and search through it, looking for crew members. And once you find a crew member, hover over them and just click search. And they should be added. If you have the missing crew, then you have to find 8 crew members. And every time you find one, it should tick up when you click search. And if you have the missing person version of the mission here, then you're just looking for one specific person you have to find. Now, in the run here, I was pretty lucky and got him early on, but I kept exploring the wreck, as there can be some pretty decent loot. Now, the main challenge with this mission is that it is what CIG calls a traversal puzzle. That means that the main challenge here is that you're going to be moving. It's difficult to figure out how to get from one section to the other. Again, depending on the loadout, you can in other situations where you actually have to move up to the upper floor of some of the broken off sections and then jump from one to the other in order to go and get all the boxes and all the loot that you want. take a good look at their clothing and what they're wearing, because sometimes they actually have some pretty cool items. I once managed to pick up a pair of pretty cool sunglasses from one of the dead guys, so there can be some nice cosmetic items there that you can pick up. But I will tell you a little secret about where you can also get some very nice cosmetic items. downtoearthstore.com. Now, the crew members that you're looking for can both be found inside the wreckage pieces, and remember also the cockpit can also hold some, but they can also be scattered on the ground around the wreckage pieces. So look for them lying on the ground around the pieces as well. They won't be flung too far from the wreck, but often within like 2, 3, 4, 5 steps, something like that from the wreck is often where you can find crew members lying around as well. As you're moving around here, also be careful, as some sections can have trip mines. You can spot them beforehand by them simply having these red laser lines going across corridors. If you see that, don't step into it, it is going to kill you. This is where your tractor beam comes in handy. There should be plenty of movable boxes around the wreckage site, and simply just take one of those boxes with the tractor beam, get some good distance to the explosive, and just with the tractor beam move that box into the line, breaking that laser, triggering the mine. And once it's triggered, well, you're safe to move. In the rear section, there is a upper level that can be quite hard to reach. I've had a bit of difficulty actually getting up there. I think one of the best ways to do it is to find some of these larger boxes, and then use the tractor beam again to move them into that section, and then kind of use them as a stepping to get up into that upper section. Again, there can be some decent loot up there that you can go and pick up. So yeah, I really recommend that you do spend some time exploring around and make sure you get everything. Now, the payout for the missions here is not the best, but I usually do them because of the loot options, because there's some nice cosmetic items you can go and pick up. And then finally, if you're one of the 50% people of you watching out there who's not subscribed to this channel, I would really appreciate if you would consider to go down and subscribe below for more Elite Dangerous and Star Citizen content coming to you in the near future. Thanks a lot for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys in space.